Now the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 stunned everyone by having some of the over-the-top features which no other Samsung devices had, such as the 4000 mAh of battery and of course the storage up to 1TB and a brand new improved S Pen. But how does that hold up to a day-to-day real-world situation? Let's find out. Hey, what's up guys, Adam Lobo here and you're watching Adam Lobo TV. If you guys are new, pleased to meet you. Do consider subscribing to my channel as I release high quality tech videos every single week absolutely for free, sometimes twice a week. And if you're returning as a subscriber, hey. Now first of all, I would like to give a huge virtual high five to Samsung Malaysia for sending out this device. Now unboxing the Note 9 is slightly different experience. Now since this is the ocean blue variant, you'll see a nice bright yellow S Pen right in front, the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 at the side, and the phone specifications at the back. Now you'll need to slide the box cover up, then pulling up the tab from right to left reveals a tiny box inside. Inside of that tiny box you'll find the warranty booklet and the instructions manual. Then the eject pin is hooked outside of the box. Then you'll immediately see the Note 9 inside, and underneath that you'll find the USB-A to USB-C cable, the AKG wired earphones, and the extra ear tips. Then there's the extra S Pen tip and tool, the fast charging adapter, the micro USB to USB-C converter, and the OTG USB connector to of course connect your phone to your PC for transferring data. Now firstly, let's look at the specs in Malaysia. The phone comes with the Exynos 9810 octa chipset. There's two variants for you guys to choose from. There's either the 6GB of RAM or the super fast 8GB, and a choice of either 128GB or a crazy 512GB of storage. And yes, you can support up to another 512GB of storage, which brings this to a total of 1TB. It's shipped with Android 8.1 Oreo and of course Bluetooth 5.0 with aptX high quality audio streaming. Now the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 comes in three colors for you guys to choose from. There's the ocean blue, which I have right now, which actually comes with a very nice bright yellow S Pen, as you guys can see. Then there's the familiar midnight black and the brand new metallic copper. Now starting from the build quality, the device is pretty big and solid, slightly bigger than the Note 8 and of course the S9 Plus. Its design is of course more squarish, lesser of the curved edges like the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. Now looking right at the back of the phone, as usual there is no camera bump, and then there's the fingerprint scanner placement which is placed towards the top middle of the phone. Now some may complain about its placement, but having tried so many phones, it seriously depends on your muscle memory, so the more you use it, the more you get used to it. And of course, if you guys are aware of the previous release phones from Samsung, there are other amazing existing security features like the iris scanner and of course the face unlock. Now like its predecessor, it has a glass back and yes, with the wireless fast charging as well. Now as for ports, there's no compromise whatsoever from Samsung, as there still is the headphones jack, the USB-C port, and one of the two stereo speakers below, as the other stereo speaker is right on top at the front, together with the earpiece and of course the S Pen slot. Now looking at the sides, there's two buttons, which is the volume rocker and the Bixby button on the left, and the screen lock button on the right, and then there's the SIM card and micro SD card slot on top, which supports up to 512GB of storage as mentioned earlier. Now at the front, the Note 9 comes with a bigger 6.4-inch display and of course it looks stunning, still holding the best phone screen of its Super AMOLED display of 1440 by 2960 screen resolution. Now YouTube have just officially mentioned that it's currently the best device to consume video, as it's now known as the signature device for YouTube. It has a higher screen to body ratio of 83.4%, and yes, there's no notch on top. So which means that this device is perfect for media consumption, and together with the Dolby Atmos surround sound is just...
The Abbey has a long history. Not all good
Now as for the camera, it has the same camera as the S9 Plus, where there's a dual 12 megapixel camera, where it has a variable aperture of f1.5 to f2.4 for the primary camera and f2.4 aperture for the telephoto lens with 2 times optical zoom. Now as for the front camera, it has 8 megapixels with an aperture of f1.7 and the pictures were as stunning as the S9 Plus, as you guys can see. But what's new in the Note 9 is the updated AI software feature, where if you guys take a picture of a person or a particular object, it will adjust its settings after taking the picture to calibrate to its best settings. So for example, adding more saturation or adjusting the white balance, but you can always turn it off if you want to, especially for them professionals out there. Now there's also a brand new flaw detection feature, not flaw but flaw detection feature, where in case the picture is blurred, or for example if the person blinks, the camera app will inform you that you might have taken a bad picture, and that's pretty neat. And of course there's still other cool features like live focus and hyper time lapse within the camera app. As for video quality, it takes up to 4K UHD. There's a similar slow-mo function at 720p at 960 frames per second. There is a built-in stabilization when taking a video, which still makes this phone very good for vlogs. Now let's get down to the brand new and improved S Pen. My first impression was how easier and smoother it felt when I write on the screen. Now other than the existing features like taking regular notes, Smart Select, being a real-time translator, live messaging, and the off-screen memo to create memos. If you guys are using this yellow S Pen, it gives you a yellow glowy ink to it, which looks super cool. Now the S Pen now has a low Bluetooth energy built into it, where it becomes a little remote, as you guys can use it as a shutter button to take photos like a far away selfie up to 10 meters. And of course you can use the button to also pause YouTube videos without touching your screen. Now these are only two of the many things that you can do with it, as the buttons are of course remappable according to what exactly that you want. So if you are one of those people who actually complain about how the Bixby button can't be remapped, well, you have the S Pen which you can do it. And since it has Bluetooth low energy, you don't have to worry about charging the S Pen externally, as it charges once the S Pen is placed inside of the phone for just 40 seconds for a 30 minutes of use. Now speaking of charging, let's talk about the phone's battery life. The phone has the highest battery capacity to date for any Samsung devices of 4000 mAh of battery, no matter which variant of Note 9 that you choose. Now I've intentionally saved this front-facing shot recording right at the end before returning this review unit, so I can use the phone as much as possible just to let you guys know whether or not it's true about the all-day battery. And yes, as usual, watching YouTube for my 45 minutes cardio session in the morning, using ways to head over to my meeting, playing Spotify while driving, and playing Spotify again in the gym, and more YouTube consumption before heading to bed. Honestly guys, I still had about 15% of battery life at 1 AM. Now another interesting highlight of the phone is also the Note 9's capability for gaming, and thanks to its collaboration with the popular game Fortnite, it has become the first ever Android device to have that game featured. Now I'm not much of a gamer, as you guys might know, but because of the beautiful screen and the amazingly fast RAM, the gaming experience was definitely great as well. Now in conclusion, the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 has definitely surpassed all its great features from all its predecessors, and as mentioned earlier, there are two different variants for you guys to choose from for the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, where there is the 6 gigs of RAM with the 128 gigs of storage, which is retailed at 3,699 ringgit, and the 8 gigs of RAM with 512 gigs of storage, which retails at 4,599 ringgit. Yes, the higher spec seems to be a bit more expensive, but to be completely honest, with the amount of specs that you get in the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 and what exactly that you pay for is definitely worth the price. Once again, a huge thanks goes out to Samsung Malaysia for sending out this Note 9, and as usual guys, please give me your feedback and do let me know what you guys think of the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 at the comment section below. Are you guys planning to get it? Aside from that, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share and subscribe to Adam Lobo TV. If you haven't done so, don't forget to hit the bell icon just next to it to get notified for my future videos. Thank you so much for watching. This is Adam Lobo, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.